All right, what is up, y'all? We're out here at the range today, once again, recording a training video, but also showcasing a red dot that OSIGHT has sent to me. They didn't say anything about what I had to say or what I had to do. They just wanted me to feature it in a video. And I figured, well, what a way to break in kind of the new Glock than to put this optic on it. And then also see how it feels to shoot this Glock with a stock weight recoil spring. I'm still up in the air of which one I'm gonna use. If I'm gonna use the 15 pound or the reduced power 15 pound or the stock 18 pound. So we're gonna kind of just suss all that out today. Also, I just need to get some rounds down with this thing. It's pretty much all set up like the previous one. Same trigger arm, 5 pound striker spring. But again, the stock recoil assembly. I didn't want to shoot them. I tried to record this video the other day and ran out of time. I couldn't really finish it, but I started comparing both guns back to back, and I ended up not really getting my thoughts right on that video. So I figured it'd be better to just get rounds downrange with the stock setup for just a practice. That way I can have like a real assessment of what that feels like, right? So while we're shooting, we'll go over this OSIGHT C, which I think is a really good option for anyone just needing a dot that's like, I think it's under 250 or something like that. I'll check the price and put it in the video. It's a very affordable dot. OSIGHT's quality has gone up tremendously in the last 3-4 years. And the OSIGHT C is their more modern battery tray option that is, I think, more direct competitor with a 507 or a 407 comp. A little bit of a smaller window size, battery tray. Unlike that X model, which is that huge tall one, that one's got a charging lid on it, which I'm not a big fan of. I brought to compare, since this will be pretty comparable, is this 507 comp in green sitting on this monstrosity of a 2011 gun that I just needed to take out and shoot. Why they're comparable? Well, I have my Glock set up with a 407 comp because I've been experimenting with a bigger dot and I really like it. But the OSIGHT C is a 3 MOA dot while the 507 comp is a 2 MOA. So they're a little closer than the 407 comp is. While we got them out right here, I'll show you guys what they look like side to side. You can see that's the optics right there. OSIGHT C is obviously over here on the Glock. You can see the window size is smaller, both on the height and the width, but man, when you're shooting it, you can't really tell. You just see the dot moving around, right? The OSIGHT C has a little hood on it that is supposed to help with glare. We'll see how that goes. We're kind of going to be shooting into the sun a little bit today. I'm just trying to get a little more light on this thing. There we go. So, but as y'all can see, the quality of these, dude, has really gone up. They feel super sturdy. I'm not doing like a stress test or torture test on it. I'm super impressed, and I'm really happy that these do have a battery tray. So we're gonna suss this out today along with the stock recoil spring. Micah was shooting this the other day. You guys know Micah. I've trained with him in the past here on these videos. He liked how this gun recoiled better than the reduced power 15 pound. So I want to get some rounds down and just see how it goes. And then we'll also, I'll show you guys, I'll throw some rounds out of that 2011 down there. And what we're going to practice today is some Blake drills. It's going to help me move my eyes and really suss out the recoil and transition that this 18 pound recoil spring has to offer. Also, I think this gun has less than 500 rounds on it, so I'm going to try to throw another 500 or so rounds through it today. Really start breaking it in dry fire. This thing has a better trigger. I don't know how. I mean, it's Glock tolerances, I guess, right? They're not all exact to each other, but it has the same setup, right? It's got the OP tuned trigger bar, which helps reduce some of which alters a little bit of the dimensions of the trigger pull, and then the same SS trigger from the Gunco. Thanks to the Gunco for sending me this out. Not for free, I did pay for it, but they helped me out with a little bit of a discount. Appreciate you guys. This is a super cool model with, it's a stainless shoe with copper safety. Looks super cool, man. I'm gonna finish loading some mags up and then we'll go downrange. Let's rip some billies. I want to see what this does. Okay, we're gonna do some bill drill here in the center target. All right, here we go. Climbed up a little bit, 199, 1 Charlie. Climbing up a little bit, 197. That looks like 2 Charlie. 210 with the trigger freeze. 1 Charlie on that. Maybe 1 Delta. Yep, 1 Charlie, 1 Delta. All right, so this gun likes to go, the recoil goes up and to the right when it's doing its thing. That was a 195 clean, 104 first shot, a 16 split though, which is pretty great. All right, well, I wanted to see what the billies were gonna do. I'm gonna tape that and then do the Blake drill I was working on. What you guys see here set up is a Blake drill that we're gonna run with this Glock Gen 6 17 with an OSIGHT C. Blake drill is a transition drill. It's to get your eyes moving ahead of the gun, and you do a run of 2 per, right? You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you want your transition time to be the same time as your split time. So you don't want like a 14 split, 21 transition. It's faster to get and more accurate probably to get, let's just say, an 18 split with an 18 to 20 transition over to the next one. So that's going to be the goal, and we're going to be looking through this OSIGHT C, and then here maybe at the end of the my practice here, I'll get the 407 comp. I'll get the 507 comp and get a look at it and compare it. All right, so we're here set up. We're at about maybe 6 yards with the Blake drill. Okay, 263 with a bad draw. Pulled off here, 1 Charlie here in the middle, but I was 19, 24, 19, 22, 20. It's close already, so let's just keep working at it. Ugh, horrible. 215, 2 Charlie, Alpha Delta, 2 Charlie. 20, 22, 17, 21. All right, let's try to do a cadence of pop, 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 pop. Let's maybe even just slow it down first. Let's not speed up. Let's just get that cadence down first. All right, still didn't go where I wanted it to, but the splits sounded much closer together. 27, 28, 24, 27, 25. All right, that's a little bit better. Let's keep that cadence going. "22, 24, 23, 26, 22. It's hard to see the shots whenever they're backlit right now. All right, let's keep that cadence and then we'll speed it up. Low Charlie over here. Oh, that was pretty good right there. 222, 22, 22, 23, 25, 21. Really good. That was clean too. That's what we're looking for. I need to turn the brightness up on this thing. Okay. 235, 22, 25, 21, 24, 23. Oh yeah, I can see that much better. The dot does seem to be bouncing a little more than I'm used to with the 15 pounder. 22, 24, 22, 24, 22. Pretty good right there. Transition was not too far off the splits. All alphas, 231, 23, 26, 21, 25, 21. 21 split, 25 transition, 21 split again. Not really where I want to be. That needs to be closer together. All right, eyes lead the way. 20, 22, 20, 22, 22. That's what it's supposed to sound like and feel like. Pretty good. 222. Got a 22 split, 23 transition, 21 split, 22 transition, 21 split. We got it together there. right, we're gonna load up more mags and maybe work closer just to see if I can speed up also, or I might even move back. But yeah, we're gonna set up targets again. All right, I think we're recording, yeah. All right, so we're now back here at 10 yards, which a 22 to 25 split is more acceptable. And this is cold, guys. Like, the only thing I've done today is a tiny bit of dry fire at home. I can't see the hits. I see one alpha delta, second shot, alpha Charlie over here. You know, I'm not necessarily shooting into the sun, so this thing's not glaring, but I can kind of tell the window's a little smaller than what I'm used to. Shot my damn stick. Man, I am not having a good practice today. 23, 22, 20, 23, 21. I need to slow that down a tiny bit. So I'm dragging off the target here on the fourth shot. Saw a delta happen, made it up. 22, 25, 22, 24. A little slow in that transition, but that was pretty good. To 30, 22, 23, 20, 25, 22. The slow one was between target 1 and 2. .217. We've got 23, 22, 20, 23, 22. Pretty close. I like that. Though I can't see hits very well. I don't see anything too far out. That was... Shot my stick again on the second shot in the center target. They're going the same place. I'm over transitioning. Well, I am pulling off early. And do I need to? No. 22, 20, 21, 21, 21. Well, maybe I did need to. Maybe that's the speed I need. All right. Let's haul ass, dude. Fuck this shit. How about I shoot like that? How about I shoot like not a bitch? Get more mags. I don't know why I'm shooting like a bitch, dude. Fuck this bitch shit. Jesus Christ. Alright, fuck this shit, dude. Shooting like a bitch. Fuck yeah, there we go. Cadence was there. 19, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. And that's 2 alpha, 2 alpha, 2 Charlie. You know, I like the current trend of no rules. Well, mine's called don't be a bitch. 195. We got a 21, 19, 18, 20, 19. I see a Charlie here, Charlie there, and a Charlie there. So 3 alpha, 3 Charlie. But 21, 19, 18, 20, 19. Really good split times there. Much better. 201, 21, 20, 18, 21, 20. I do have a Charlie on the far right, a Charlie there in the middle. I think I have 2 Charlie over here actually. And this is 2 alpha. All right, not bad. All right, here we go. Ooh, I was rolling on that one. 19, 18, 19, 22. Oh, 193, 20, 20, 17, 20, 19. So that was a 20 split, 20 transition, 19 split, 20 transition, 19 split. I am consistently landing on the right side of the alpha zone over here, hitting C's there, maybe 1 close delta. And I think that's just where my eyes are going. So I need to work on that a little bit. 2 2 seconds, we've got 21, 21, 19, 19, 20. It's not looking real pretty over there in the end. The gun is dipping down more in recoil. So we're also battling a little bit of sun in my eyes here, but again, these are all bitch excuses. One dick shot. First shot was a 95 right in the dick. Alpha, Delta Alpha. We're at practice. We're got to push. I started off way too conservatively, and I was shooting like a bitch earlier. So I need to get that mentality, right? A little too disciplined for a practice, right? Need to work on execution leading up to nationals. Need to change my mindset with the Arkansas sectional coming up. I only have a handful of practices left where I need to keep that mentality. Well, I only have a few more mags left, but I want to show you guys a little bit of the comparison between the OSIGHT C and the 507 comp. So I'm going to grab the other gun and show you guys that. This gun has a different recoil spring than what I'm used to, obviously, like I was mentioning earlier. So the recoil impulse is different. I think I like the 15-pound recoil spring. So I'm going to put that in this gun moving forward, and then I'll have 2 identical guns as soon as I get a 407 comp on this thing. Shooting this OSIGHT C, you know, in transition, I feel like I did lose the dot a little more than when I shoot out of a 507, 407 comp. Is that the smaller window? Maybe. It's also the snappier recoil impulse that I'm not used to, right? As opposed to when I'm shooting like a comped gun, like the Springfield Armory bastard that Mitch comped, and I've got a Hales Machinery magwell on. Like, this thing barely moves when I'm shooting it, especially with this X300 on the front of it. But the window size though is bigger, and comparing the dots, now it is green, so green will starburst more if you have astigmatism. The green starburst more on the OSIGHT than on the 507 comp. Also, let's turn it up all the way, see which one gets brighter. The 507 comp is, I would say, significantly brighter. So like on a bright day that you are shooting at a match in the morning with the sun in your eye, you want a bright dot, and this 507 comp does get brighter than the OSIGHT C. So, you know, something to keep in mind. But again, like, this is a very budget kind of optic. Great for someone that's just trying to stay within a budget. Say you got $1,000 to get into the sport. Well, this is the dot for you. It's going to get you straight into B class, into A class. People will make grandmaster with this dot if they put amount of work in. It's not going to hold you back at all, right? We're just comparing small nuances that at the end of the day don't really matter. It's the shooter and the work that they put in is what matters. The gear is definitely secondary, though some gear does make it easier for you to shoot, like this freaking thing and my El Gordo 2011, right? Performance-wise, this is a better performing gun than this. Overall, I would still stick with a 507 407 comp, as I am going to switch out the OSIGHT C here for a 407 comp. But I'm just really curious to compare these like budget optics that are starting to come out. This thing is, again, like around $200, very, very affordable for a lot of people, which is where the industry, I think, needs to go. Not many people can relate to like a Trijicon $700 optic on a gun. Times are tough, and sometimes people got a ball on a budget. I don't think that they distort. I'm pulling it up to that bottom of that target, and this one distorts it a little. Not a big difference, but the OSIGHT C does distort a little more. Tint wise, let me turn that back down to more reasonable level. It doesn't really, I don't really see a tint change on this one. where the Holosun has like a bluish tint to it. So if you're sensitive to that, you know, keep that in mind. I frankly don't really care. Just for fun, I'm gonna rip a few billies with this thing because why not, dude? This thing's fucking ridiculous, dude. Let's rip on it. Those are all alphas. Let's see what I'm gonna split here. That's so stupid, dude. That was not a billy. I'm just fucking blasting away. But I got 15, 17, 17, 16, 15, 16 splits without even trying, dude. This thing's just stupid. I think I'm gonna try to get this thing Cerakoted because these are all just my handprints, right, on it. I need to get this magwell Cerakoted. I might do some belt open minor with this thing when I switch back to a 2011, just for fun. We're so lucky nowadays, man, to have like good options that are becoming more and more affordable. You know, this could get someone super far. I won't be using it on my competition guns, but it is definitely something that, I mean, I already had one of these. Before OSIGHT sent me this one to make a video, I already had bought an OSIGHT C that you guys saw me use on my Tanfolio. Yeah, super cool optic, dude. Thank you to OSIGHT for sending me this thing to shoot around with and make a little bit of content with. Okay, let's do more Blake drill here. Fresh from shooting a 2011, let's see how that fucked up my index here. We got 3 more mags here. We're back on the Glock 17 Gen 6. We're gonna see what we can do with the Blake drill here. No rules, no bitches. 188, 21, 18, 18, 20, 17. Oh man, that was all alpha. I saw the whole fucking thing. That's some good shit right there, dude. That's how I want to shoot every time. 19, 18, 19, 19, 18. Come on, man. I felt like at the beginning of the practice, I was just, what? I need to get into this mode immediately. Charlie over here, 186 though, 17, 20, 18, 16, 20. Damn, 16 split. And that's why though, it went Charlie on the first target, second shot, and then it went almost Delta on the my left, its right shoulder. All right. Another Charlie here in the middle, 176 though. We've got a 17, 18, 16, 19, 19. Oh, Delta over here and a Charlie, 169, 83 first shot. Let's push it, we're pushing pace. Charlie, I don't know how I did that in the motion. Charlie Alpha, 2 Alpha, 182, 19, 20, 17, 19, 16. Delta Alpha here at the end, 182. Start off real slow. 171, 17, 18, 15, 18, 21. That was a 15 split. I'm telling you right now, dude, window size does not matter when you're shooting this fast. I can't tell if I'm shooting the 507, 407, or the OSIGHT C right now at this speed. So many things change whenever you get to speed. You know, people like to break gear down and really dissect stuff when they're like shooting slow and taking their time. But right now I'm sweaty. Something bit my leg. I'm trying to push speed. I'm trying not to be a bitch. And that's when I'm not paying attention to the gear. I'm only paying attention to the shooting. Charlie on the in here, 182, bad grip. 18, 19, 16, 20 split. 17 split there at the end. All right, y'all. that's how we're ending today's practice with this Glock 17 Gen 6 sporting the OSIGHT C. Y'all should check this optic out. I truly like it. That being said, I am swapping this out to a 407 comp, so I'm digging the big dot feature right now. I like the bigger window, though this does have things that I like. I like that this has a hood on it. I bet it would help in some direct light kind of matches when you're early in the morning, the sun's creeping over the bay. It would help a little bit, though. No matter what, I will probably, in that situation, would still occlude the dot, even with the little hood on it. Whenever the other dot gets here, I'm gonna have, I think, one more weekend practice before the Arkansas sectional. I will for sure have the 407 comp on that, and man, I don't know what it is. This trigger is just better than the other one. Again, same exact setup. There's still some differences, right? Ain't that crazy? Two same guns with the same setup. This one has a better trigger. Well, I am all out of bullets. That was an easy 350 or so today. But that is it for me and this Glock 17 Gen 6 rocking the OSIGHT C. We'll see y'all later.